This is game number 4 between SjoW and MaNa in the ESL Go4SC2 Cup number 37 finals. So this is the final game. Well, this is game number 4 at least. Could be the final game if MaNa wins it though. SjoW took the first game on Metalopolis, and we had MaNa taking the second and the third on Lost Temple and Steps of War. Yeah, and now we end up on SjoW Cavern, SjoW's choice of course. Given that he was the loser of the previous game, so we are, and that's just how map selection works. So we are A for away here. Let's see the load, guys. Let's see it. Let's go live. mouzMaNa, SjoW, and we've been blessed with no lag in this tournament so far. It's a miracle. It could also be as a result of the reduced amount of streamers from this particular tournament, given that ESL now does featured streamers. So CatchCaster Game is streaming this one live when they are selected as the featured streamer of the day, and let's hope for that in the future. Here we've got MaNa spawning at the top right over here, and we've got SjoW spawning at the bottom left. Very big two-player map, this one. A lot of distance between the two places, of course, and control of the SjoW towers, funnily enough, on SjoW Caverns is crucial for a win here, just to maintain a bit of map control and get that underway. But as we saw in the last 2 games, we've got MaNa liking his Stalker Sentry Zealot unit composition, but in the last 2 games he's really mixed it up a little bit and thrown in a few Immortals, and that's won the last 2 games from very convincingly. So let's see if he keeps that up. He's sending this probe on a little bit of a mission there just to check out for any crazy proxiness from SjoW, but SjoW unlikely to try any proxy in this game. He loses one more, and he's lost this year final of the Go4SC2 ESL final. So let's see what he can pull out of the bag. That supply depot is up. He's going to be throwing up a Rax right about now. Let's see it. There it is. There's the Rax. There's the Rax. I've been throwing things up. Looks like he's going to be sending out a couple more SCVs as he gets scouted out by this probe. And this early probe scout going out for MaNa, just because this is a little bit of a proxy map, and people love to proxy on this map, so can't really blame the guy for sending out this early probe scout. And it looks like he's really working on that SCV there, and we've got to go SjoW just preparing that up. Let's see what goes on. Looks like that refinery almost up now. And there it is, you know, once again giving us the rundown of where we are in the tournament. Starcraft 2 Steel Series Go4SC2 Cup number 37, round 10, the final, MaNa versus SjoW. It is 2-1 to MaNa right about now, so one more for MaNa, and he's got this in the bag. Is that first Marine coming out? Are we going to see another Reaper from SjoW this game? He gave us 2 Reapers in the first 2 games, but he did not opt for a Reaper in Steps of War. I guess not a very Reaper favorable map, but then again, Protoss aren't exactly a Reaper favored race either. There's an early core going on from MaNa once again, probably going to be throwing out a Stalker super early as well, just in case of a Reaper. Second rack's coming down for SjoW, so we are going to see a Marine Marauder force coming out. More than likely going to see a reactor going down on that there barrack when it goes up. And probably going to see a factory then thereafter, and a starport, and probably a reactor going down in the factory, and then he's going to swap it out on the starport, because that's what SjoW likes to do, and that's his build order that's been going on for the last couple of games. So might be that from MaNa, on the other hand, he's been mixing it up a little bit. He's had 1 gateway core, 2 gateways core, 1 gateway here, 1 gateway there, 1 robot facility here, 1 robotics bay late in the game, and then finally winning it on Lost Temple. So MaNa really mixing things up here. But let's see what goes down on SjoW Caverns. There's that robotics facility going down early for MaNa right now. I'm going to throw that production tab so we don't miss any more developments like that. Like for instance this exciting reactor that's going down on this here barracks that I mentioned earlier. No big surprise there, but we are going to see some marauders coming out now. And a factory once again is not to expand before that factory. On Lost Temple we saw him expand instead of going this early factory, and that's a cunning little move and made that game last a good 30 minutes. So hopefully this game may have been a shorter one. Just Angel from ESL lagging a bit there. That's not so cool, but he's a very curious chap. If he does it again, I'm sure he'll lead. A couple Stalkers just marching out there. Let's see what they can do. Looks like we've got another gateway up and running there. Ooh, and another one. And another one. So we've got a 3-gate robo going on from MaNa right now. Might see somewhat of an early game push here. He's invested a lot of minerals in putting those buildings up. So he probably won't be expanding anytime soon. This is a bit of a smaller map than Last Temple, so I can't blame these guys for building up for an early game strategy here. Of course, these Marines and Marauders coming out very quickly, really helping out things. Looks like we've got some concussive on the way first. On the first game on Last Temple, on Metalopolis at least, SjoW was a bit slow on that concussive missile and opted instead for a early stim pack. So this time mixing things up again. Also mixing it up with a tech lab now going down in this factory as opposed to the reactor starport build we saw earlier. And he's obviously playing very defensively and wants to hold some kind of early attack coming from MaNa, but of course he does not know what is coming from MaNa right now. There's been no scans going down for him right now, and if we take a look at MaNa's vision, this is what he can see. He does not see the factory nor the second ranks, but he's going to get a good look at it right now with this here observer moving out. What's he going to see? Let's see what he sees. He sees the bunker just go up.
You must construct
and he sees it. Will that observer be taken out? No, it will not. Despite oh, actually no, there's not enough energy to scan that out just yet. Taking a look at SjoW's base over here, he's of course got no idea what MaNa's got up his sleeve. He does not know about this robotics facility that is up right now, as well as the 3-gate of course. It looks like I eat my words, and there is going to be a somewhat early expansion coming from MaNa right now. So despite the hidden robotics facility, is going to be throwing up at that expansion. There's a 4th gateway now, so he's going to be get ready for action and get all his macro up to scratch pretty quick. For SjoW right by now, looks like we've just got that factory coming out. He's getting some pre-igniter going on for the aliens over there, and that he might be using against the high tempo. So MaNa just asserting his dominance in this particular area of the map. But looks like those in the back here with those pre-igniters attached to those aliens, and they just managed to shoot up a few probes, but not enough to make those aliens really cost effective. Looks like MaNa's keeping a close eye on SjoW's forces over there, that observer over there. You've got SjoW throwing up another command center. When I say another command center, I mean his first command center. So that's pretty cool. We're going to get an expansion underway. Try again, claw his way back into this game against MaNa, who's already got his command center up, of course. Not seeing any charge from MaNa just yet. He is saving a bit of minerals and gas for other things, such as cool little sentries and little stalkers and whatnot. See how he split up his forces here so he can hold up any attack from either side. So all of this kind of attack like that going on. Looks like we're finally getting that charge research underway. That is so expensive, 200 minerals, 200 gas for that charge, so it's not that cheap to research that. So no wonder he's only doing it now. As we're seeing the combat shield coming out of SjoW right now, he wants to put a bit more beefcake on those Marines and get them on the front lines. Finally we're seeing some medvacs going out, and maybe at this stage of the game we're going to see SjoW swamping out this factory and putting the starport on that their reactor and throwing out more medvacs at a time, because the Hellions aren't going to do too much at this stage of the game. Maybe he wants them a bit later if there are any high Templars in the game, but right now look at that, just Hellions getting knocked down, and those Hellions once again are not doing much in this game. SjoW just camping up there, and he does manage to take out that observer. It looks away at the last second, but he does manage to take out that observer in the nick of time. So very cool. That little charge research almost done there. Looks like we're seeing another observer coming out right by now. Of course, every scan that SjoW throws down to take care of observers costs about 300 minerals, given that he has to sacrifice the use of the mule to use it. And interesting enough, on the topic of mules, what we're not seeing from MaNa in these games is any kind of Phoenix harass going on these mules. We saw that, of course, on Lost Temple quite a lot. It really did help out quite a lot. Looks like we're probably going to have a helium drop going on a while, and SjoW decides to take out the rock. And he's just not keeping an eye on this well. Like I said, he doesn't manage to scout out MaNa's forces coming out here, but it is only 3 stalkers and it's not going to pose that much of a threat. Are we going to see the drop from MaNa here? Yes, we are. I was looking all over for that there medvac. We're finally going to see it move into the back of his base. Is he going to see it in time? Is he going to react? Yes, he does. Almost immediately as he sees the little red dot on his map, he moves all his forces to the corner. Looks like SjoW's not going to get very far with this particular drop. He's going to get that medvac marked on first, and then the helium taken care of quite efficiently. And what great defense from MaNa. Completely played that attack. That is really good play. That reacting just in time, but this has given SjoW some room to gain a position on top of MaNa right now. He's landed right on top of those high tempers. Good timing that. Managed to take all the high tempers. He's not getting any storms going down on him, but he does have force fields blocking his exit. He's all or nothing right now. He's all in with these forces, but they are not going to do anything. He's going to opt for a long line back route out of there, but he's going to walk away with his legs. So he's going to try and dominate him at the choke here, but he's still got MaNa with a good position over him here. He's going to try and move in with 2 Hellions onto the main, but I don't know if he's going to get too far with that. Let's see what he does. Whoa, that Stalker walked in at just the right spot, prohibiting the use of that, but looks like we've got some more rewarded in the center. He's trying to do a thing or two, but they're not going to get very far either. Looks like SjoW is forced to macro up a little bit before he goes anywhere else. And there's some more medvacs coming out right about now, some more Hellions. Going to see a Marauder and medvac heavy army coming out of SjoW right about now. Let's see what he can do with that. Loading things up in medvacs, not doing much of them. A bit of a misclick there. Looks like we've got Stalkers coming out for SjoW right about now. What's he going to do? Yeah. Looks like he's just going to be scouting down on these Stalkers. Just going in favor of MaNa right now. As he's nice to slow down, he does have his meat shield in place there. And they're starting quite well. Some goes off and he manages to hide off those Zealots quite effectively. And maybe he can finally get to the meat of the army, the DPS here. But they are too far gone before he can get a hold of that. And this is just a little bit far off. And that's where he is right now. Charging down these forces takes on another sentry. And all that MaNa's left with right now is a couple Stalkers. He's finally walking into more High Templars. These of course have not got the storm research just yet. He's still got it underway, so those storms cannot go down. Let's see how far that storm research is. Oh, it's almost done, and he's just waiting on that before he can really put a dent into SjoW's army. I think if SjoW were to know the status of that storm, he might move in a little sooner than he is right now. But at the moment they're quite comfortable with their positions. Observer getting a good look at this expansion and additional 2 Raxes. Marauder heavy once again. Are we going to see the Immortals and Colossi coming out of MaNa? More than likely. That is probably the right move for MaNa right now, as we saw in the previous game. Looks like he's going to be dropping these medvacs and Marauders in once again at the same time, progressing with his army at the front. And this might prove quite a big problem for SjoW. This is a 3-pronged attack. We've got this coming in from this side. We've got 1 Hellion that was dealt with quite on that side. And looks like a couple just deal with that. But this is working out for SjoW so far. Oh, and the Hellion is taken down. And I think that SjoW was really expecting more probes on this mineral line than there are right now. And it looks like MaNa effectively putting those probes off there just in time. It's going to go back to normal mining. And it looks like SjoW is the first one to make to step forward and go ahead with the second expansion on these here gold minerals. And he quite likes holding this position right here. It looks like MaNa quite likes it. He's going to be moving down on SjoW's forces right there. SjoW quick on the micro, getting out of there, getting out of the storm's way. Definitely taking some heavy damage out there, just to get out of there a little quicker. And he's taking out units really quickly, so this is working out for him well. This waypoint of medvac is going to go down over there. Looks like we've got MaNa moving down onto SjoW's base here. And SjoW's going to try to look for an edge here, look for a gap, but look at MaNa just gaining ground with their good storm places. Oh, SjoW is just distributing damage much more during this order. And he's not just going to repeat that there. Going down there, they're not looking so healthy either. They're going to take that down. Will he get split in the next time? Or is he going to pay the price? He is going to pay the price for that. He's not going to get split this time. And SjoW is being a little late. Forced to back off. That's all these storms and deltas, but more storms just coming down. And still MaNa's got more storms left in him. Look at that. He's completely chased me down. Company Zealots from the outside, company intercept. And I think we're going to see MaNa take this game. Moving forward, he's taking out all the unit producing buildings of SjoW. Yeah, looks like MaNa's definitely got this game now. Finally taking out the last 2 units. There's one medvac picking up one Marauder, so a very small Marauder. He does think that SjoW can really hold up against this. Terran did not have the macro to be able to bring in about a gazillion orders they've shown these side now. And I think we're going to see MaNa finally taking this ESL Go4SC2. There it is, guys. MaNa's the winner.